How's it going? Welcome to the channel. So today we're taking a look at the GT73 Pro version. Alright, I'm pretty excited about this one. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these, and now I finally got one. You know, it does come with extra stickers, but I didn't put them on the batteries because I think it kind of looks better just blacked out like that. I might even take these other stickers off, I'm not sure. But let's start with the powertrain. So we're rocking two 60-volt 18-amp-hour batteries, so you get 36 amp-hours at 60 volts. I'll put the amp-hours right here. And that's paired with a 3,000 watt. It's a direct drive. It's not internally geared, so you're not going to have quite as much torque, I don't think, but these last longer and they're more efficient. Here's the motor information. Yeah, well, let's jump right into like an acceleration and top speed test and see how she performs. Alright, so we're on full power mode. It looks like there's eco, standard, and turbo. I'm in turbo mode right now. The acceleration feels pretty good from stop to go. Once you get up, you know, right around 30, it kind of slows down quite a bit. I think it's going to take a long time to get up to speed. The claimed top speed on this is 50 miles an hour, and I can already tell you there's no way it's hitting 50 miles an hour. I mean, I think it does hit 50 like free spin. Like if you step off the bike and take the wheel off the ground, it'll hit 50. Definitely not going to hit 50 with me on it. And I do have a full charge. Wow, for a 60 volt bike, claimed 3,000 watts, it's only hitting 33 miles an hour. In turbo mode, 34 it hit there. I mean, that's really like a, 48 or 52 volt bike speed. Not even close to 60 volt bike speed. Yeah, okay, hit 36. But I've been just full throttle the entire time. What did it take, like maybe 3 minutes to get up to 36 miles an hour? But it is riding at a comfortable pace on the road. I mean, cars are still passing me, but it does go fast enough to ride on most streets, I would think. Although it's not street legal. And with the size battery, a 36 amp hour battery, and I don't even know if it's actually pulling much more than 3,000 watts, since it's only getting up to like 30 something miles an hour. Yeah, it's going to have pretty decent range. I would estimate 35-40 miles of range in full power mode. So let's see. It actually accelerates pretty good. I mean, it's not like going to be like a Sur-Ron or anything like that. A Sur-Ron is going to completely annihilate this thing off the line, but like it doesn't feel like slow. It feels like it's got some get up and go. You're not going to be doing any power wheelies or anything like that, obviously, with this kind of hub motor. So the bike does come with, it looks like these are dual piston brakes, and it has 203 millimeter rotors. Even though it's dual piston, they are like pretty beefy. They don't look too shabby in my opinion. You got thicker rotors there too. Same setup on the front and the rear. And then you got your standard brake levers. These are actually a little short, like probably 2-finger levers. But let's do a quick brake test and see how she performs. Supposedly this thing has a torque sensor, but like when I'm not feeling any. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it does work. Let me try that again over here from a complete stop. It felt like it worked, but let me just double check. So let's go up here. We'll test out the torque sensor for the pedal assist, and we'll do a brake test. Hey, it's 37 miles an hour. Getting closer to 40, not even close to 50, that's for sure. Oh, you know what? The top speed here says we hit 38 miles an hour briefly. Okay, it's a little better. It's going to take you a long time to get up to that speed, and it's only going to hit it a little bit. I think I was averaging like 36 miles an hour, which, I mean, it's not that bad. And you're only paying $2,000 for this bike, It's not like you're paying $4,500 like a Sur-Ron or something like that. It's less than half the price. But let's do a quick brake test. We'll get up to about 20 miles an hour or 25, something like that, and hit the brakes. Oh yeah, locked up pretty good. Yeah, the brakes are more than sufficient. It has pretty beefy rotors, and they are dual piston, not 4-piston, but they look to be pretty big pistons. So I think they felt fine to me. Feel pretty progressive. Good enough. So let's go over here, and I want to do a free spin test on this really quick. And there's a way, sometimes I guess they come with the power limited, so let me go in and see. But I thought it was unlocked, but I'm going to find out. All right, let's see what let's pull the back wheel off the ground there, and let's just do a full. Yeah, it goes up to 49 miles an hour on this display. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is unlocked already. But let's get in there. I think you have to press these two up and down to get into the settings there. P1, yeah, see it has a 1. That means it's already unlocked. Okay, but if you get this and it is locked, then that's how you do it. You just hold these two buttons down, you change the P01 from a 0 to a 1, and then it's unlocked. I don't know, guys, what do you guys think? I mean, the power is a little lackluster, in my opinion, for a bike like this. For a similar price, I think the Ridstar Q20 Pro is a little bit cheaper, and it maxes at 33 miles an hour. I know they claim 37. But that's complete horse crap. It's not 37, it's 33. The reason why you get 37 on the display of the Q20 Pro is because they have the wrong wheel size. When you correct the wheel size, you get the correct speed. And then if you compare the speed on the display to the GPS, it's way off. This will go 5 mile an hour more than the Q20 Pro. But the Q20 Pro and the dual motor mode will actually smoke this thing off the line. It gets up to speed really fast and it'll just destroy hills like we just did back there. So, like, am I giving this a bad review? No, not at all. It's actually a really good bike. I like it. It's fun. It's really comfortable. The suspension's really good. You know, it's really good for just bombing around the streets. Or, you know, if you got like off-road areas that are flat, not a lot of hills, it'd be perfect for that too. So, yeah. Overall, I think it's a really good bike. Good brakes, nice comfort. It feels like the build quality feels, you know, pretty good. And if you know, you're just getting into like e-bikes or electric dirt bikes and you don't want to fork out, you know, $4 or $5 grand for one, you want something more entry level, I think this would probably be perfect for you. So the bike does come with adjustable front forks. I think it's just, what is this, compression. There's no preload, I don't think. And then it comes with 2 shocks in the rear. The one that's installed when it arrives is like a coil shock. I bottomed that thing out just by sitting on it, but they do give you this extra air shock that you can install. I would suggest this air shock for most people, unless you weigh like 90 pounds or something. Then you got like the 19-inch wheels here with the off-road knobby type tires in the front, and the same exact setup in the rear. So it comes very similar to like a Sur-Ron or something like that with the dual 19-inch wheels. Now, since this thing is marketed as like a dirt bike, right, the cheapest electric dirt bike you can get, let's do a little bit of off-road testing and see how she feels climbing a pretty steep hill with this hub motor. Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical if it's going to make it up this hill over here or not. It doesn't really feel like it's got the power to do so, but we're going to find out right now. What I do like is there's not a lot of delay in the power delivery. You get the power right up front, you know, there's no like, you gotta wait like a few seconds to actually get into the power. So the suspension actually feels really good. You know, going over a good amount of bumps here. Whee. Yeah, it definitely is a dirt bike, I can tell you that. You know, it handles well off-road. The knobbies catch really good. Let's go over here where I usually do my hill climb test. Yeah, so it does actually feel pretty good off-road, especially with this air shock in the rear. Jeez, they need to mow right here. All right, so this is where I usually do my hill climb test. It's hard to tell on camera, but this is a very steep hill, and we're looking at probably about 40 feet or so. A lot of hub motors don't make it up this, you know, some do. The dual motors tend to make it up, you know, okay, and then like bikes like the Ridstar Q20 Pro just smoked this hill. I mean, if you guys are looking for a good bike, I would highly recommend the Ridstar Q20 Pro. That thing is a little beast. But anyways, this bike, let's see what she got. So we got full power mode, throttle. Let's see if she can get up it. All right, got the start. Ooh, 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 ooh. She's trying. She's trying. Oh no, she can't get up. If I help her along a little bit with my foot, she'll get up, but no, fail. Very interesting. The fact that they market this as an off-road bike, especially like a 60-volt one, I mean, am I tripping? Is there something going on with the power here? How does it only go 36 miles an hour and can't make it up a hill like this when supposedly 3,000 watts nominal? Let me make sure I got both the batteries on. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's on. Yeah, both batteries are on. Yeah, guys, power is, it's not there. It's not a very powerful bike. And if you're living in a hilly area, especially a steep hills, San Francisco or something like that, if you're actually planning on taking this off-road, yeah, not a good idea. I mean, if you're in a flat area and you're just going to be bombing around some dirt trails and stuff like that, even single track, the suspension and the The wheels and everything are good. The tires are good. It's just you're not going to be able to get up hills. Definitely not going to be able to jump. You're not going to be doing any wheelies or anything like that. Now, maybe you can wheelie this, I don't know, if you're really good at wheelies. It is very fun to ride. Like, I am having a good time on it, and it does feel like comfortable. I like how big it is. It feels pretty planted, pretty confidence inspiring, you know, riding it. I think this would make actually a great commuter. You know, so if you live within, you know, 20 miles or something like that at work, you could charge this thing up at work. You'd be totally fine. It does come with 2 3-amp chargers, and let's see, each battery is, what did I say, 18 amp hours? So what was that, 9 hours? No, 6 hours. The seat looks to be probably like 32, 33 inches. I can pretty much flat foot it sitting on it, so it's actually pretty comfortable. The bars have probably about a 3-inch rise on them. They're not super straight. It is a pretty comfortable bike to ride. There's not a whole lot of adjustments when it comes to ergonomics though. But here are my just general ergonomic impressions. All right, as far as ergonomics, it actually feels really comfortable. You know, it does have these little bit, maybe a 3-inch rise right here, and you can kind of pull them closer to you if you want. This position feels really good to me. The seat actually has a lot of cushion in it, you know, so it does feel pretty comfortable. The air shock back there is a little bit stiff, you know, but you can feel it kind of give way a little bit. So it's a lot better than that spring one that the bike comes with. I don't know who that's made for, but it's essentially useless. But yeah, this bike should be pretty comfortable to ride long distances, I would think. And it has, like, you know, the long MX style seat, you know, so you can kind of push back and forth on it. All right, and so you can see there's no gears. It's just a single gear in the back there. It does have pedals, you know, to make it look like it's legal, but it's definitely not street legal. You see no gear shift up here. It's got kind of a flimsy fender in the back. I kind of like that because I turned the bike upside down when I was installing the tire. I didn't break or anything, so it's flexible enough not to break if you crash. Then a smaller plastic front fender. I kind of like the look of the smaller one, so it looks pretty cool. So let's go over the dash a little bit. So it's pretty basic stuff here. You have your charge, your trip, speed, your odometer, and this is kind of just like some information about your max speed or whatever. Then you got like turn signal indicators that don't work on here, but they work on here. Interesting. But yeah, then you got your light and your horn. Pretty loud horn. Here's what the turn signals look like there. So that's pretty cool. You got a brake, light, headlight, and then rear turn signals. No turn signals in the front. Then you got your key switch. There's a power button on the bottom here, and then you got your up and down buttons and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, pretty basic cockpit or whatever you want to call it. I wish it had the battery percentage instead of just these dumb bars or voltage or something. I really hate it when bikes don't have the ability to see at least a percentage. Overall, it's a really cool looking bike, you know. I mean, a great little commuter. You can bomb around. You know, it has a decent amount of speed where you can keep up with traffic at least, or at least feel comfortable enough to ride on the streets. Again, it's not street legal. Don't do what I do. But hey guys, thanks for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. There's going to be a link in the description, and I'll see you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.